Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the First Unitarian Society of Milwaukee's online worship service. I am Reverend Kimberly Tomchek Carlson, and it is my honor to serve First Church as the Minister of Religious Education. We welcome people of all genders, sexualities, ages, races, ethnicities, histories, and bodies. We welcome your mind, your heart, and your spirit. We welcome all you are carrying with you today and all your heart longs to set down. I welcome you to our worship service by inviting you to repeat our mission after me. We gather to nurture the spirit, engage the mind, and inspire action. I welcome you today to a special service. It is our tradition to celebrate the December holidays with a pageant featuring the children and the families of our faith community. This morning, I welcome you to our 2021 holiday pageant. We will begin with a chalice lighting and a surprise offering from our dedicated choir. Our opening words this morning were written by Reverend Howard Thurman. When we build our creche, light our special candles, decorate our evergreen with tinsel and color, hold our romantic tryst under the mistletoe, prepare the festive meal, share our gifts as the celebration of privacy and universality of love. Take the time to remember in many ways those who touched us in the midst of the traffic of the commonplace, and sing carols in honor of birth. When we do these things, we show that God has not been left without specific witness to love, divine love, and care of us who are God's children. To the strong and the weak, and the happy and the sorrowful, there is the ever-present hope that tidings of great joy will find their way into the heart and life. What I yearn for most this time of year is the people, especially at church, when during the holiday season we would likely be sharing cookie concoctions, hearing about the decorations adorning our homes, and laughing over inevitable festive shenanigans, like cats in Christmas trees and babies who cry out just as silence falls. It's all about experiencing the joy of family and friends, about allowing ourselves to be filled with wonder, young at heart once again, believing and embodying goodwill towards all. The season of delight, the sparkle in children's eyes as they anticipate sweet treats and stocking stuffers, and baby's first Christmas, just as we honor the miracle of birth. If we allow ourselves to listen, there is music in the air, not just the carols that are playing everywhere we go, but in our intentions, when we let love guide our way. So, with that longing in mind, I asked for you to collaboratively create the holiday pageant with us this year. I asked that you share of yourselves and your traditions in a new way, with videos and pictures. And I am so grateful to those who boldly embraced this new, adapted sharing and welcomed us into your home on this still COVID Christmas. The spirit of the December holidays creates a mood in which the everyday happenings can become portals into celebrations of love. And we know that our commonplace occurrences are truly divine. Today, we celebrate that love together. You will see family holiday trees, bouncing babies, and so much more. I'm excited to share it with you. So let us begin our 2021 First Church Holiday Pageant.
Hello and happy holidays. We're the Robbins family, and during the holiday season, we love to play music together and sing. 1, 2, ready, go.
Hi from the Hilgeman household. I'm Tammy Hilgeman. Brian is taping right now, and Bennett is our 3.5-year-old who's off to the side right now. This is our newest addition, who's waving at you, Maria Joy Hilgeman. So she was born February 24th, 2021, and thank you for having her dedicated with the church. And do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Caleb.
And what's your favorite holiday tradition we've done?
Playing in the snow and putting up ornaments and decorations all over our house.
Yeah, and Bennett especially likes the blow-up decorations. So it's a tradition every day. He stands up and gives a report, and if they're inflated or deflated, and Dad's taping. We also had adopted a family for Christmas, and we've also have enjoyed. That's Bennett. Bennett says hi. But lastly, Kaylin is doing violin, and she's doing a holiday concert coming up in Waukesha next week. So goodbye from the Hilgemans and Brian.
Happy holidays from the Brist family. Some traditions we celebrate. I make homemade cinnamon rolls the recipe's been passed down for many generations. It's at least 4 or 5 generations old, so I make those every year the day before Christmas so we can have them for breakfast on Christmas morning. Rosalind?
Every Christmas Eve, we go down Candy Cane Lane.
And we also like to watch the movie Elf every year.
So, again, happy holidays!
Our favorite holiday tradition, well, one of them, is to eat clementines And behind us, what have we got, Ryan?
A Christmas tree.
And what are we going to do with it?
We are going to decorate it.
Yeah. And one of the other things that we're doing a lot these days is a lot of art. What kind of things have you been making today?
I have been working on
making, coloring like with stockings and writing holiday cards and making Christmas trees, and we're going to share a picture of that too. Thanks so much.
Okay, so what I love most about the holidays, I really like seeing my family and friends. I like giving gifts, especially to my pets. I already bought them so many gifts. I love decorating my 3 Christmas trees and eating lots of food. That'd probably be my last thing that I love about the holidays.
I also love giving gifts. It is my favorite thing. I love being a little Christmas elf. I also love decorating for Christmas. It is one of my favorite things. I have a little mini Christmas tree collection that I love growing every year. I love seeing my family and just spending time off of work.
Yeah, that too. Okay, that would be my 5th thing.
That might be number 1.
Yes, having vacation time from work just to get a little break, get to sleep in.
Wait. Right, start. 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas from the Feely family. Jeff,
Stacy,
Kaylee,
Kyle.
our families had many holiday traditions. Many of them needed to be tweaked during COVID. We attended the holiday folk fair virtually for the past 2 years instead of going in person. And instead of riding the jingle bus like we did every year since Kaylee was a baby, we attended light shows and drive-through light displays. They might become new holiday traditions for us. Even though we look forward to life becoming more normal, we appreciated the chance to figure out which traditions were the most meaningful to us so we could drop the least favorite traditions and try new activities. We look forward to seeing you all in the future. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays from the Dillabirdies.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Dina McFeeters, and I'm honored to serve as Associate Minister at First Church. My favorite winter holiday memory is decorating the tree. When I was growing up, my family always got a fresh cut balsam tree, and it smelled so good. I'm going to show you some of my favorite ornaments that we hung on the tree. These came from my grandparents, and they're made of glass, so we had to be very, very careful. The owl, the trumpet, and for some reason, the corn cob. My great aunt made this cardinal ornament, this cardinal bird from red felt cloth and a hair clip. So you could just clip this right onto the tree or wherever. Maybe it could be clipped right here. My sister and I love these funny little plastic elves. Whoops! These you could drop and they didn't break. My great aunt also liked to work with sequins, and she made this snow person, which you hang over a doorknob. When I grew up, I had a cat, and my sister had children, and my niece and nephew just loved to come over and play with my cat, so they made me this wooden tree ornament in the shape of a cat, and they painted it with my cat's colors. So that is also a special ornament for me. When I got older, I was good friends with an artist who liked to create a winter solstice card every year. So she would design a card that you had to put together yourself when you got it in the mail. And I loved working on this one with her, the bright sun. And I wrote the poem that went on the back. And the poem says, "Trees hold sun longer every day." And then around the edge, there's a Wiccan chant that says, "She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes." My very favorite ornament is this little red plastic top to a whipped cream container. And the reason it's my favorite is because when my parents were first married and put up their first tree together at the winter holidays, they realized suddenly they didn't have anything to put on the top. So they used this red plastic cap that first Christmas together, and they kept using it year after year after year after year until finally when they stopped putting up the tree, I got to have it. And the reason it's my favorite ornament is because it reminds me of some important things. It reminds me to keep my sense of humor when I get stressed around the winter holidays. And it also reminds me that it is not the objects themselves that carry the true meaning of Christmas. It's the relationships behind them. It's the things that are behind the holiday traditions and things that mean the most. Happy holidays, First Church.
As Reverend Dina said so well, it is all about the relationships, the stories behind the traditions, the reasons we make the effort that make all the hustle and bustle worthwhile. From many spaces and places, we come together as Unitarian Universalists, embracing the secular and the holy, ancient and the modern, adapting stories and traditions as we teach our children to embrace hope and experience love. I know you will continue to enjoy discovering how our families honor and adapt their heritage. And I am delighted too to say that we have a traditional story to share with you today from some very special guests.
Hello. I would like to share with you two of our Christmas customs. The posada, which in English means inn with two N's, and the nacimiento, or the French word crèche, which may be more familiar to you. A posada is a Mexican custom that includes costumes, singing, a procession, prayer, and culminates in a party during which children bake a piñata. It commemorates the journey that Mary and Joseph made to Bethlehem before the birth of Jesus. In our Milwaukee posadas, as in Mexico, children take on the roles of Mary, Joseph, the angels, and shepherds. At times in our posadas, baby Jesus was a baby girl. The night of the posada, all gather at our house to begin the procession. Joseph asks for shelter. He is told there is no room in the inn. All the while, singing carols all along the route, the group finally arrives at our house, where we tell Joseph that although we don't have room in our inn, we do have a garage that he and Mary can use. On entering, the processioners find the newborn Jesus in a manger, in our case a car seat, where Mary, Joseph, angels, and shepherds, as well as adults, gather round. Now for the nacimiento. St. Francis of Assisi is said to have started the custom of having a crèche, or nativity scene, at Christmas time. This was way back in the 13th century, but the people of Mexico have taken this lovely custom to new heights. In our home, Paco, my Mexican-born husband, carries on the tradition. Every year he creates a nacimiento in our living room. When our children were little, the work began on Thanksgiving Day. Paco took them to Whitnall Park, where they, quote, borrowed, unquote, some moss that was needed for the nacimiento. This gave me some peace while I prepared the table and dinner for Thanksgiving. The moss remained outside until construction on the nacimiento began a week or so before Christmas. It often required thawing in the basement so that we could use it. Some of the figures in the project go back to my childhood, but some are Italian and most are from Mexico. Creating a nacimiento is a lot of work, but Paco loves carrying on the tradition. And it is so much fun to watch children of all ages spending time contemplating his handiwork.
Hello, I'm Max. This is my brother Charlie, and the tradition we are sharing with you today is called Yoka Flood, which is from the great country of Iceland, which I actually got to go to this year. It's pretty cool. And basically, Yoka Flood, written in traditional Icelandic, means the Yule Book Flood. And basically in Iceland, there's a ton of bookworms. They have the most books per capita. This means that for one of their traditions, everyone gets a new book on Christmas Eve, and of course chocolate. Got our chocolate, and reads it late into the night. So here, we like to put on our holiday pajamas, grab our books, grab some chocolate, and read late into the night. I hope you guys can do the same this year as well.
What is one of the traditions we do every Christmas time, Jonas? Right after Thanksgiving, we put up what?
A Christmas tree.
Yeah, our Christmas tree, and we put it up. We can see behind us. And then what do we put on the Christmas tree?
Ornaments.
Ornaments from me and from Mommy, and your ornaments that you get.
Yeah,
right? And that you've made before. And you get an ornament each year. Who do you get that from?
Santa.
Saint Nick on Santa on Saint Nick's Day.
Yeah.
And we put them up, all the ornaments you got every year, and the ornaments that Mommy and Daddy got when we were younger, and other things like candy canes, right, too?
Yeah, but it's for Christmas.
And that's one of our, for our Christmas. And we keep it up all the way until Christmas and past, don't we?
Right.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Nolan. One of my favorite traditions around Christmas is to open up an advent calendar leading to Christmas Eve. Usually it's my grandpa that gets me the advent calendar, and it could be anything from like chocolate, or Legos, and this year it's Legos. Actually, I think it's like Marvel Legos. There's a big Avengers sign there. Anyways, today I'm going to be opening the December 11th door. Just oh, Thanos. Cool. Merry Christmas.
This video comes to you from the 20s. One of our traditions every year is to make Christmas cutout cookies from my grandma, or Nate and Leah's great-grandma's recipe. Here's a copy of the recipe. Mixing up the batter, the making of the cookies. We sometimes have grandmas here to help us. Cookies out of the oven, and next we'll frost them and decorate them. And then the best is eating the cookies, sharing them with neighbors, and having them at Christmas and remembering the smell and taste of being at Grandma Winnie's many, many years ago. Happy holidays!
Dad, show me Yoda. It said holiday, Mom. This is our Tom tin, and well.
Yeah, we love him, right?
Yeah.
He's from Sweden. We got him from Sweden. Your Farfar went to Sweden and brought him back for us, and we love him. He's got a nice big beard, and he's soft, but what else?
He's kind of freakish and kind of a little scary.
He's a little scary as well. Yes, but he's a tradition in our house at the holiday season. And what else?
Well, also there's a pickle somewhere in our tree, but I'm gonna try to find it. But
We've lost it, but there is a pickle in our tree somewhere, an ornament pickle, and we're gonna find it, which is also one of our traditions at the holiday season.
Happy solstice from the Pointer Mesas! Our tree is topped with a Cardinal Bird, which is the symbol of freedom throughout the Americas. We're sending our love to the whole First Church community. Mwah!
To all the people and the families who took the time and so graciously offered and shared the many videos and stories and images that made this pageant possible, we are grateful. Thank you for inviting us into your homes and sharing your holiday joys and creating our time together today. Our closing words today were written by Reverend Howard Thurman. The mood of Christmas, what is it? It is the quickening of the presence of other human beings into whose lives a precious part of our own has been released. It is the memory of other days in which an angel appeared spreading a halo over an ordinary moment or a commonplace event. It is an iridescent, sheer delight that bathes one's whole being, something more wonderful than words can ever tell. Blessed be, and happy solstice.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah.